Okay, I don't even know if anyone's ever gonna see this video or not, or Lindsey's ever gonna know. But let's just say this. This is my tribute to Lindsey. Because, she likes compliments. I try to remember everything she says, because everything she said was important to me. And I might never hear her voice again as long as I live, or I might never see her, or she might never want to spend time and never talk to me, and she pretty much already broke it off with me, pretty much, but I don't see. That's the thing about the universe that I told her right before it ended. I said, "Have you ever talked to like a lot of old people?" And she's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because when you talk to old people, this is what you get: a lot of regret and a lot of lost causes and a lot of bad stuff and a lot of sadness and like inability to grasp onto something that they really wanted." And it's not that you and I want each other so much. It's just that maybe we're like meant to be together, or I don't even know. Maybe we're just like the thing about the universes and people's minds is they love to create a collage of beauty in something that they've done. And they look at it and they go, well, this was supposed to happen, or this girl's special because she made me feel like this. And maybe in the reality of the Dark Lords is fucking, it's all bullshit. But I'm so fucking much of a dumbass that I know that there's more darkness in love than there is in hate, because hate has no power, man. I know that for a fact. Love has way more power than hate, and when love turns dark, there's no limit to your power. Then you're like a dead guy, fucking with powers, fucking from the grave, because the people that you love are dead, and once they die, you die with them, and that's where your power comes from. Something beautiful turning ugly, something wonderful turning miserable, something that's a beautiful dream turning into a nightmare. And then Freddy Krueger going, "Hey, I told you. You thought it was a wonderful dream. Look, I'm here." And you're like, "Oh shit, I'm in a fucking nightmare now. Oh no." And then they have all these people having night terrors and shit, and they're wondering why. It's like that's like the fucking last thralls of being wiped out, and people are trying to wake up from their madnesses and try to explain it all to each other with darknesses in their heads and bodies. But I just wish somebody would tell Lindsey that I care. Lindsey Ovary is her name. I don't know if anyone's ever going to hear this. Well, they'll erase it because they love to erase my beautiful videos that I talk crap on with girls that are half naked, and none of that means anything to me anymore. It was like I was looking for a special girl at all the girls I was with. I had so many girls, I can't even count. My buddies all, dude, count all your girlfriends. And I was like, I don't think I could do that right now. It's like, come on. I got to like, I don't know, not that many. Some people have about 3 or 4 girls in their whole life. Some people have 20. My dad had 200. That's a lot. I'm trying to compete with him, maybe. But, I don't think I've come close. I'm at about 25, 30. But I've only been alive for about 30 years, and he's been around for fucking 100, so maybe I will beat his record someday, but I don't really want to beat no records. All I ever wanted was the right thing to happen, and I didn't ask to be me. I didn't ask to know all this shit. I didn't ask to do all the things I've done that are impossible, all the miracles I've done, and whether anyone likes to know it or not, or even believes I've done a lot of miracles. And I just look at them, and after I do a miracle, I go, why do you think miracle workers are so wonderful and so great? Don't you realize every time you take a step out the door, it's a miracle? Every time you look at the sky, that's a miracle, man. Are you that stuck in your mundane bullshit that you don't even realize the miracles that are right in front of your eyes? As you sit in front of the TV and live through a soapbox opera that you're not even alive in, is this living for you? Eh? That's the reality of what mankind has done to himself. And then they're like, hey, how come this Arnold Schwarzenegger guy can run around blowing everybody up and everybody's slapping high five as they watch it? Then they go out and they do it in real life and they're like, oh, this is not good. Well, dude, you just promoted it for years and now you're expecting people to be normal about the kind of veracity of destruction that you've been promoting for so long and you think it don't affect nobody? Yeah, well, it doesn't affect me. I don't need to do it, although I've done it, man. And I fucking have done shit that makes fucking people turn over in their graves, but I've also done a lot of amazing shit that makes them bat their eyelashes and go, what? How's it possible? I'm like, everything's possible, don't you get it? Only when you know that anything's possible can you make it possible. Understand? They're like, not really, but well, we've been watching you do it, so okay. Anyway, movies are in our heads, man, and there's no way. It's the maze. And the maze, you're eating popcorn. It's maze. Get it? You're in a fucking mind maze, and I don't think we're getting out of this mind maze now. And I'm wondering who made the mind maze, because it's all the mind mazes in the mind are all the same. It's like Cyberdyne Systems Model 101 and Neo 101. Fucking all the numbers are the same. All these movies have the chosen ones. A Kwisatz Haderach, and he'll know his ways as if born to them. All these fucking guys, all these movies are all about special people that we can never be. Although I've come close to trying, as you well know if anyone's seen my videos or knows about me personally. But what is the fucking result of all that? What's the point of it all? I mean, that's not what I want. I don't want to live a movie in my head and live it in reality, and even though it was fun at the time when I tried to do it. It's like, what's the point of it all? I don't want to do that crap. I want to do something cool. I want to, like, find a goddess to become God with, and fly up in the sky and be like the deities that work together to create life in universes yet unborn because they were born in the love of me and her and intertwined in the sky. Now that would be cool because I could foresee that. But will she be able to like do that and want to do that? Because I would want to do that with Lindsey, and I think I could. I don't know if somebody can take something back that they gave you because she gave me forever in a single moment. And I'm holding on to it every fucking day of my life now, like it's fucking the last thing I got. Because it pretty much is. It's the last thing we might all have. I was waiting for it a whole lifetime and it lasted for a few moments. And that's all I needed to make it last forever in myself, but I don't know what's lasting forever in her. I'm afraid to talk to her now, afraid to hear anything negative, because every time I call her now, it's like, oh, I'm taking a hiatus. They're trying to fire me over this. I'm like, oh no, well, you know, they don't realize how important you and I might be. It might be the last shred, the last drop in a water that's turned too dark to fucking know that it needs to be changed back to something good. That's the nature of the universe. Everything changes, the ebb and flow. But it only takes one drop to change the ocean. And I was given that drop by a woman that I wish I could know. That I wish I could spend all my time learning about and knowing. And even though I fucking tried as hard as I could with ESP to know her and see everything she sees and be there with her, it isn't enough. After all the powers I have and all the unlimited abilities I have, the universe keeps throwing me impossibilities and going, okay, Mr. Impossible, do this, and we'll work everything away from it so that we'll just give you a little slice of it so that's all you get, and you'll have to turn it into an infinity with that little slice. And then I do, and the universe is like, whoa, this guy really is an amazing son of a bitch. Look what he did with the least amount of scraps we threw him. And I'm like, quit throwing me scraps. This isn't fucking Neverland where I turn into a jackass as I run around trying to get my fucking fill of pleasure. I want pleasure to save things with and make it better. Because nobody wants to be fucking this bad forever. And everybody can have a change of heart. And I'm not saying I'm not, still as dark as ever, but, I'm just as light as I am dark because,